Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I have an incredibly inspiring and deeply emotional story to share with you. One that will not only touch your heart, but also ignite a fire within you to keep learning English through the power of storytelling. This is the extraordinary journey of a poor girl who defied all odds to become a doctor. Her life was filled with unimaginable struggles, countless sacrifices, and unwavering perseverance. Yet, through sheer determination and an unbreakable spirit, she transformed her dreams into reality. Get ready to be moved, motivated, and reminded that no obstacle is too great when you have the will to succeed. A poor girl becomes a doctor. In a small rural village, far away from the bustling cities, a girl named Maya was born into extreme poverty. Her family lived in a tiny mud house with a leaking roof, and their only source of income was the little money her father earned as a daily wage laborer. Her mother worked tirelessly in the fields, hoping to provide enough food for Maya and her younger siblings. Life was tough, and even having a single meal a day was sometimes uncertain. Maya's childhood was filled with struggles. Unlike other children who wore clean, new clothes, she wore old, torn dresses that had been stitched many times. She never had shoes, and she walked barefoot for miles every day just to reach her small village school. While other children carried colorful school bags, she carried her books in a plastic bag. No one wanted to be her friend because she was poor. She would sit alone in the classroom, ignored by the others, but she never let it discourage her. Instead, she focused on her studies. From a young age, Maya had a big dream. She wanted to become a doctor. She had seen many people in her village suffer due to a lack of medical care. She had watched helplessly as her own little brother died from an illness simply because they couldn't afford treatment. That pain stayed with her, and she made a promise to herself. One day she would become a doctor and help others like her family. But the road to her dream was filled with endless challenges. Her struggles in school and college, Maya was a brilliant student, but every step of her education was a battle. In her lower classes, she studied under dim candlelight because their house had no electricity. She would wake up early to help her mother in the fields before heading to school. There were days when she went to school hungry because there was nothing to eat at home. She had no money for tuition, no extra books, and sometimes even no pencils to write with. Despite everything, Maya never gave up. She studied harder than anyone else. She listened carefully in class, took mental notes, and borrowed books from kind teachers. She walked miles to attend extra classes in the next village. Even when people laughed at her dream, she refused to listen. When she passed her high school exams with top marks, she was overjoyed. But the real challenge was just beginning. Getting into medical school seemed impossible. Her family had no money to support her, and many people told her, "Poor girls don't become doctors." But Maya refused to let poverty decide her fate. She applied for scholarships and worked part-time jobs, cleaning houses, tutoring younger children, and even selling vegetables in the market. She barely slept, barely ate, but she never stopped studying. There were days when she wanted to cry, to give up, but she reminded herself why she started this journey. Finally, after years of struggle, Maya got a full scholarship to medical school. She was ecstatic, but the struggles didn't end there. Sacrifices and hardships in medical school was a different world. one where most students came from wealthy backgrounds. Maya felt out of place among them. She couldn't afford fancy clothes, she couldn't go out with friends, and she didn't have expensive books. She was alone again. She worked part-time at a hospital, cleaning floors and assisting nurses just to afford food. She studied late at night in the library, often sleeping there because she had no money for a proper hostel. She sacrificed sleep, comfort, and even friendships to focus on her dream. The hardest moment came at her graduation. While other students had their families cheering for them, Maya stood alone. No one from her family could afford to come. They lived too far, and traveling was expensive. She held back her tears as she walked up to receive her degree, remembering all the nights she studied under candlelight, all the times she went hungry, all the people who doubted her. She had done it. She was now Dr. Maya, her life as a doctor. Today, Maya is no longer the poor village girl people ignored. She is a respected doctor, saving lives every day. She works at a prestigious hospital and also runs free medical camps for the poor. She never forgot where she came from. She has helped hundreds of children get medical treatment, preventing them from suffering the same fate as her little brother. She has bought a new house for her parents, ensuring they never go hungry again. The girl who once had no shoes to walk to school now drives her own car to work. She is also happily married to a supportive husband, and they have 2 beautiful children. She teaches them the value of hard work, kindness, and never giving up. She tells them, no matter how hard life gets, if you believe in yourself and keep fighting, you can achieve anything. Maya's story is proof that no dream is too big, and no obstacle is too strong if you have the will to fight for it. She didn't have money, resources, or support, but she had determination, and that made all the difference. This is why listening to stories in English is so powerful. When you hear stories like Maya's, you not only improve your language skills but also get inspired. You learn new words, understand emotions, and most importantly, you feel connected to the language. So, don't stop listening. Don't stop learning. If Maya could fight against all odds to achieve her dream, you too can achieve your dream of learning English fluently. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and one day, you will tell your own success story. Thank you for listening. See you next time with another inspiring story. Blast off, Sparkles.